Okay, this is a brief video to show you how you can create stretches using Geogebra. So I've got Geogebra open here, I've got clicked on the algebra and graphics perspective, and I've got the input bar viewing here. If that's not the case, you can click it on and off using that button. Right, to do a stretch in Geogebra, you use a command. And stretch, I just start typing the word in the input bar at the bottom, str. That's enough for Geogebra to know. Now there are two different types here. I'm going to use the second one. So I'm going to stretch an object about a line, and I'm going to use a ratio, which is what I would normally call a scale factor of the stretch. So the object is going to be the shape that I'm going to draw. The line is going to be the line that I'm going to stretch the shape from. So I'll need to define that. Well, I'm going to do it with an equation. And this one here is going to be my scale factor, and I'm going to use a slider to control that. Okay, so let's just get rid of that and start again. So first thing, the scale factor. Let's create a slider. Click in the screen, and I'm going to make my slider go from -3 to +3. An increment there tells me how much it goes up by each time I move it. So if I click on my slider here, it jumps up in 0.1 each time. Now the first shape I'm going to stretch by a scale factor of 2, so I'm going to make that value 2. Next, I want to make the shape, so let's go to the polygon tool there and just make a simple shape, or a complicated shape if you prefer. There we go, and let's start. So come back to the input bar and start typing that command in, str, that's enough. The second one there. Now then, the object is the polygon. So can you see when that's highlighted there, and all I've got to do is type that in. So poly1 it's called for me. There we go. I'm going to click on right arrow here, it'll jump to the line. So I'm going to do it like Homer Simpson from this line here, which is the y-axis. So I need the equation of that, which is x is equal to 0. You could put a line in as well, but the equation is what I'm going to use. And the ratio is this factor here. Now I could put in the number 2, but I want it to change every time I change that slider. So I'm going to use the slider's name, which for me is A. There we go. Now if I press enter, there it is. The shape has now been stretched by a factor of 2. Now the great thing about that is this is dynamic, so I can move my original shape and the new shape changes with it. Notice that this one will not change with it because it's dependent upon the original shape. Now I can do some also. Ooh, what happens over there? That's quite interesting. So there we go. And what you can do then is change this scale factor of stretch, and you can tell me what will happen with that.